All right, let's get right into it. There's been a major announcement from OpenAI, and it's something that could seriously change how AI fits into the workplace. They've just rolled out a new platform, but this isn't just another app or tool. No, this is designed to be a whole new kind of teammate. So let's break down exactly what that means.
First, let's start with this number, because it really sets the stage for everything else. 75%. That's the percentage of enterprise workers who say AI has already helped them do things they literally couldn't do before. So the potential? It's not a question anymore. It's proven. But that just begs an even bigger question. If AI is already delivering this kind of value, why isn't it just everywhere? Why isn't it seamlessly woven into every company's workflow? What's the bottleneck here? This is the core problem that this new platform is trying to solve, and believe me, it is a big one.
Well, this problem actually has a name. It's called the AI opportunity gap. And it's this growing chasm between the incredible, mind-blowing things AI models can do and what businesses can realistically get up and running. It's like we're heading for a state of potential gridlock.
And this slide really shows you that contrast perfectly. On one side, you've got these AI models getting smarter by the day, solving problems we could only dream of a few years ago. But then you look at what companies are actually doing, and it's a bit of a mess. They're deploying these isolated tools that don't talk to each other, creating more complexity, not less.
Yeah, this really gets to the heart of it. Companies are already drowning in all these disconnected systems. So when you start adding a bunch of isolated AI agents that have no idea what the other ones are doing, they have no shared context, it just makes things worse. All while teams are just struggling to keep up with the insane pace of AI, and the pressure to not get left behind is just massive.
Okay, so that's the problem. It's a real headache. Now let's talk about the solution. OpenAI's answer isn't another siloed tool. It's a whole platform designed from the ground up to create what they're calling a new kind of teammate.
So, it's called OpenAI Frontier, and the core idea is actually pretty simple and pretty brilliant. You treat the AI agents like you would a new employee. You don't just throw software at a problem. Instead, you create a system to hire, manage, and integrate them. Because just like a person, an AI coworker needs to be onboarded, it needs to be given context, and it absolutely needs clear boundaries to do its job well.
And this onboarding process breaks down into 4 really key steps. First, the AI coworker plugs into everything, your Salesforce, your databases, your internal apps, to build a map of how the business actually works. Then it's given the tools it needs to actually do things with that knowledge. And this part is crucial. It learns from feedback, so it gets better over time. And finally, it operates with its own secure identity and permissions, so you can actually trust it with real work.
Now, this all sounds great in theory, right? But the real question is, does it actually work? So let's shift gears and look at the real-world impact and see who is already putting this new kind of teammate to the test.
And this list of early adopters, it's a who's who of industry leaders. You've got HP, Uber, State Farm, Oracle. These are not small-time experiments. We're talking about a serious commitment from major global players, and that signals a really big shift in how enterprise AI is being handled.
And this quote from State Farm's Chief Digital and Information Officer, it just nails it. He says it's about pairing the platform with their people to accelerate what they can do. See, it's not about replacing anyone, it's about augmentation. It's about speed.
To make this really concrete, let's look at a classic, time-sucking, and incredibly expensive business problem: figuring out why a hardware test failed. This is the kind of thing that can just bog down entire engineering teams for weeks.
This table just lays it all out. Before, you had engineers spending an average of 4 hours on every single failure, just digging through logs and code. Now, an AI coworker investigates it all automatically, and the result is just dramatic. A process that took hours now takes minutes. We're talking about saving thousands of engineering hours every single year.
And the impact goes way beyond engineering. For sales teams, AI coworkers freed up 90% of their time to actually spend with customers. In manufacturing, a process that used to take 6 weeks got crushed down to a single day. And for an energy producer, this approach boosted their output by 5%, which, for a company that size, translates to over $1 billion in revenue. The results are just staggering, no matter where you look.
So let's zoom out. What does all of this mean for the big picture? What does this announcement really signal about the future of work and the role AI is going to play in it?
The real superpower here is that these AI coworkers aren't stuck inside one little app or one chat window. Because they have that shared business context, they can pop up and help you wherever you're working, in your CRM, in Slack, wherever. It's like having this ambient layer of intelligence that stretches across the entire organization.
And that is the key takeaway. We have moved past the point of having to prove AI's value. The new frontier, pun intended, is all about deploying it effectively. It's about how to systematically and safely weave these powerful AI coworkers into the very fabric of your business. This isn't just a new product, it's a blueprint for a fundamental change in how humans and machines work together.
And that really leaves us with this final thought. The debate is over. The question is no longer if AI is going to transform how we work. The only question that matters now is how quickly your organization can build, onboard, and deploy these new teammates to create a real, lasting competitive advantage.